All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Card Hedge podcast. I'm your co-host, Omar, aka Retro Hoops. I got my man JD Sports Cards in the house. What's happening, bro?
What's up, brother?
Man, it's we have been on quite the run with guests. The last couple of weeks, we're like 4 weeks straight. We've had a guest on the show. At
Yeah.
least
Yep.
first time in a while. We're
Yep.
just running solo again. So yeah, it's good to finally not have an agenda and just talk some shit.
Yep. Yep.
That's ultimately what we're doing.
Give
man.
the people what they want.
Exactly. I think a lot of people like, it's good when we can have somebody on, which is cool. To kind of break up the monotony of just us rambling and riffing
Yep.
and whatnot. But
Yep.
that's also fun to do, also, which is kind
Yeah,
of
it's
what's
cool, man.
right?
I like hearing what other people are doing and learning and whatnot.
Yep.
And I do think, it may not be as interesting for others, but I still think some people gain some value from it. And
Yes,
hey, whatever.
absolutely.
Yeah. But
no,
it's
totally
good to
agree.
be. It's good to just. It's good to not have. It's good to just be back to the roots, baby.
Yeah. Back to the roots. That's right. Yeah. And because of that, we haven't done pickups in a while.
No.
And I had to kind of go through my stack. Actually, what I had to do was go back on eBay and my Facebook chats, messengers, and see, like, holy crap, like, what if because I bought quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, or almost month and a half, right, since we've done pickups.
Yeah.
I kind of pulled out some of the bigger ones that I did, but we'll do pickups, and then there's a lot going on we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah,
but
we'll get to it.
So I'll kick off with pickups for this week, because I got quite a bit of pretty cool stuff. So I'll jump into solo mode. So first thing I'm gonna do, probably not the sexiest pickup, but it took me a couple of different things. So this is 94.95 Fleer Ultra. This is Ultra Power. It's an insert set, Ultra Power insert set. I got the whole set finally.
Oh, nice.
I pieced that whole thing together. What I ended up doing was I bought 3 complete sets, and then I bought some a couple of other different sets that were like partial sets. And then what I'm going to end up doing, or what I did, was kind of go through them all and see like which ones are the best ones out of that whole set. See, I got a whole other set right here that I picked up. So I'm going through them all and trying to, I guess, pick out the best version of each one, so I can send them off and get them graded, get them slabbed, and then put them into my old collection, which is pretty dope. Sengun pickups, Mosaic autograph. I got another one of my Obsidians for my set. I think I'm down to like maybe like the bottom less than 5 to complete that little rainbow, but there's a 1 of 1 out there that I'm probably never going to get my hands on, so that's okay. More Sengun pickups. PSA 10 base that I got for like less than what it would have cost me to grade it. And then a choice to 88 choice red Sengun PSA 9. Picked that up pretty cheap. And then in our 90s basketball Facebook group, this guy was selling a huge lot of Jordan. So picked up some Jordan slabs, 93, 94 Fleer Ultra. So this is just the base card, which I'm actually, absolutely in love with. Didn't have one, believe it or not. I mean, I've had them before, but now in the new era. Inside Outside in a PSA 6, which again, super cheap. And then the beginning of the nickname chase, PSA 7 on that Jordan.
Damn, 7.
That's 7, yeah. And that's the other thing too. This is a good looking 7. These cards are with the bricking and everything, they're always tough. Another one to the Rainbow Chase. Prism Elijah to 99 purple PSA 10.
Yep. Nice.
So that's dope there. And then last and certainly not least, this is something that you helped me put together.
Yep.
SGC 10.
Nice.
Prism Sengun silver. Super, super hard to get in a decent condition because these are just the centering looks like they were done by like Crazy Eyes from Mr. Deeds. So that is, I guess, the like half
What
of
what year is that? Is that a 2023?
21, 22. 2021, 2022 Panini Prism SGC 10.
How do you spell his name?
Sengun S.
Oh, first name.
Oh, Alperen. Alperen. Peren. Alperen. Sengun. 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 Yeah, dude, pretty happy to have nailed this because I sent off 4 of them to SGC, and the best that I can get was 8.5. Because just the centerings were just garbage.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if maybe SGC was potentially grading on a sliding scale because of that, but they were not.
It's always fascinating the drop off from a PSA 10 to a 9, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always fascinating.
Some of them are like 10x.
Yeah. Yep.
You start getting into some of the big dog cards, like the big silvers, the Lucas and stuff like that. You're talking about $900 for a PSA silver Luca, and you can get it for like 120 and a 9. I mean, it's like it's insane. It's nuts.
Yeah.
People really covet that PSA 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, the other one is I had some other pickups that I'll. You know what? And I already sent those off. I sent them off to PSA, believe it or not.
Nice.
To get them authenticated. I bought a huge lot of. Took a bit of a gamble. I'll get your thoughts on it once we talk about it. But actually, you know what? We'll talk about it later. Go ahead with your pickups, and then that'll be one of the things I'll ask you about.
All right. So this just came in today. It's like 20 like lower end Julio Rodriguez rookie cards, whatever. Nothing special.
Yeah.
Quick little resale lot. I got off my buddy for cheap.
Did you pick that up with the intention of just piecing them out? $5 cards, $2 cards, that kind of
they're like there's like some 6 and 2s, you know what I mean? So I'll easily
pick up the whole lot for like $50 or something like that.
Nah, for $20.
There you go. That's a money maker.
I grabbed this in a trade off of my card post, an Adley Rutschman Silver Pack Mojo Refractor rookie card.
Holy crap.
I got this bad boy 96 Pinnacle Skylines Manny Ramirez.
Dude. They just don't make cards like that anymore, bro.
Nope. Grab this, your boy Jeremy Pena.
Yeah. I saw that you posted that.
Yep. Then I grabbed this sickness.
Cutting edge
99 Skybox Apex Cutting Edge. This is the plus parallel. You can see plus under my big fat finger. Man. This came straight from Taiwan.
Straight from Taiwan.
It did. I literally bought it off a guy in Taiwan. And then I got a PSA order back.
Yeah, let's take a gander at that. What are the highlights off of that one?
I actually on my card post I traded a lower end Crosby rookie card for this Jaylen Brown Infinite Revolution. Nice. For a modern card, lower pop kind of thing, whatever.
Yeah. Just in time for the playoffs.
I traded for it for that reason. Then I had in the order a Jamar Chase optic preview.
Nice.
I got a 10. This bad boy, 97 Ultra. Damn, that light sucks, huh? 97 Ultra.
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders comeback kids insert. That got a 10.
Dude, look at the die cut on that. Oh, it got a 10. Wow.
Yep. This was
killer
sitting
card
in a
in the
box that I just had.
Dude, the pop report on that would be insane.
It's like 23.
Oh, come on.
I bought this off my buddy, J-Rod Purple Refractor.
Nice. Little midnight
This
action.
came in the return. Rafael Devers Silver Signatures Topps Inception Auto out of 90 rookie card.
Nice.
Classic story on those. So that was this was a CSG 9 originally, and it dropped to a PSA 8.
Holy crap. It's a little crossover there.
This was a CSG 9, and this one's
8.
out of 50, and that dropped to an 8, which is exactly what I knew would happen. This one was a CSG 9.5, and it actually got a PSA 9 on a big-ass thick patch card. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Yeah.
Yep, that's a unicorn. Then these, dude, I thought these two were automatic 10s, maybe even a PSA 11. 96 Bowman's Best Preview, Frank Thomas Refractor. The Atomic Refractor.
Dude, look at that, man.
I thought these were 10s. I don't know what the hell made them a 9. Then I had to get this just because.
Little Jay-Z action.
Little Jay-Z, baby. Got an 8.
Yeah, Jay-Z rookie card.
And then J-Rod Blue out of the 87 parallels. So I got a lot. Dude. A lot of it's either been sent out to grading or whatever, or it's
decent stuff.
Still out at grading, or I don't know. I've been doing a lot of trading, a lot of selling. It's funny though. Like, I'm at a point, man. I don't even have any desire to sell any of these. Like on my reveal video I did on them, like I always do that, like the PowerPoint thing with the what I paid and potential, and I'm like, I don't even really care. You know what I mean?
Right.
I kind of like having them to trade. I've been killing the trades on my card post. Like I made a trade last night for a Griffey rookie card, which should be here, I would assume, by Saturday. Did some other stuff down, sold some stuff. What's that?
Getting pretty active with the trades.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like the users, I don't know, the activity just picked right up. I didn't have a lot of cards on there to start. I only had maybe 7, 8 cards, and then I added a bunch. And next thing I knew, it was like offers, and then I made a couple sales. I made some trades. So I like it. You know what I mean? It's very easy to load your cards on there, list them, whatever. So it's still very, very, very hockey heavy. But I've like purposely been adding baseball and basketball and whatever.
Yeah.
So
I need to get in there and add some basketball. There's not much basketball in there. I need to get in there. And I signed up and everything. I got to get.
Yeah.
I got to get in there and load it
up. Yeah. So it's been cool. You know what I mean? I've been selling a lot of lower end stuff, mid to lower end. I consider like lower end, like from $1 to $100. You know what I mean? Like I consider that like lower end.
Right.
By definition of cost, right?
Right.
So I mean, selling a ton of crap in that price range, buying some stuff, obviously. So I'm waiting for this next PSA order to pop. So I get a whole set there. So that'll be cool.
Let me walk you through what I did, man, because
let's hear what you did.
It was something very like, I don't know. It all depends on how it comes back from PSA, but it was something that I did. I don't really do too much, but so there's a Hakeem Olajuwon group that we're on Facebook, right? Everybody's like, it's like an international Hakeem Olajuwon group where everybody just collects strictly Hakeem Olajuwon. Guys all over the world.
Yeah.
And this guy posted 3 cards that were, I think it was like a 92 Fleer, like a 93 Fleer, and like a upper deck, like a 92, 93 upper deck, like that massive set that they put out.
Yep.
And 3 Olajuwon cards, base cards, nothing crazy, but they were autographed. It's 3 autograph Hakeem Olajuwon cards on, right there on the card. And the guy says, just posted something. I was like, hey man, just want to sell these for, I think he was selling for like $30 a piece, right? And so I'm like, that's interesting. Okay, so I take a look at them. I look at the signatures. Now by now I know what Olajuwon's signature looks like. So
Yep.
I look at them. I'm like, man, these look great. They're awesome cards. So I send the guy a message. We work out a deal, and the guy goes, hey man, I got a bunch of autograph stuff. Like bunch of autograph stuff. He's like, you interested in anything else? And I'm like, well, what do you got? So he sends me this laundry list, JD, of just all these cards that he's got.
Yeah.
Steph Curry autograph, Ja Morant autograph, all these young guys. Prime on a rookie card.
Coach Prime?
Deion Sanders.
Oh, I love Coach Prime.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I love the guy too. He's great. Deion Sanders autograph on a Deion Sanders rookie card, Topps rookie card. Just a bunch of stuff, man. He's got a ton of Sean Kemp. I got like 4 Penny Hardaway autographs.
Sean Kemp, baby, he's shooting people.
Exactly. That's another one. Yeah, dude. I just found out about that yesterday or today, I think. Yeah. So anyway, he's sending me all these pictures, and I'm like, the guys that I know, right? Penny Hardaway autographs, the Sean Kemp autographs. I know what those look like, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at them. I'm like, man, these all look pretty legit. And so I go, hey man, what's the story? How did you end up with all these autographs on cards?
Yeah.
And he says, well, my uncle's one of the producers on NBA TNT NBA. He works with Chuck and Shaq and all those guys. He's like, so there's guys coming through all the time. He knows I'm a big collector, so he gets them to autograph a bunch of cards. He's got a bunch of cards sitting in his office that he knows if these guys come by, get their autographs. And he's that's how I got them all. So I buy a load off of this guy. I think I bought maybe like 15 or 16 different autograph cards. All of them just on card in person. None of them Panini authenticated and that stuff. And he sends them to me, and I'm thinking to myself, man, for what I paid for the cards, there was a couple of them in there. I started looking up some of the prices if they get authenticated through PSA DNA. They come back authenticated. Maybe like 1 or 2 of the cards in there will pay for the whole lot.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking to myself, man, I wonder how viable this is of a strategy, right? Like buying, it's risky, obviously, because if you don't know what the autographs look like,
right,
you can get duped pretty hard, right? Yep. But I felt very confident about the ones that I knew, right? Penny Hardaway, Shaq, Hakeem, Kemp, all those. I knew what those signatures look like, and there's a couple variations that are all pretty legit. So now I'm just waiting for them to come back. I sent them all off to PSA. There's like 13 of them. I sent them all off to PSA to get authenticated, and I'm just waiting for them to come back. But have you ever done anything like that? Sent off like a card? No. See, now
send off a card like what? Autograph?
Like something that you got on card. Like maybe you showed up to a game and you're in the tunnel and you see your favorite guy and boom, he autographs a card for you.
Like then, I never got cards autographed. I collected autographed baseballs for a long time when I used to go down to spring training.
Right on. Okay.
So I have a ton of stuff. None of it's authenticated, but I mean, yeah, it's legit. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, right? Yeah.
Like the only thing I've ever done, we sent in, my stepfather and I helped him do it. He had a Babe Ruth autographed baseball.
Oof.
So we sent that into BGS.
Okay, yeah.
Authenticated. But that's the only thing we've ever done. Or
I thought about sending him. I thought about sending him to BGS as well, but
yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the prices and stuff because one of the cards that I bought in the lot, I bought 2 Steph Curry autographs.
Yeah,
and 2 Steph Curry autographs and a Ja Morant autograph.
Yeah,
and of course Ja Morant's out here shooting people, but we didn't know he was shooting people.
Well, actually, BGS now, I think Steve Grad is working at BGS. So he was the guy at PSA. He's the guy that used to go on, Pawn Stars whenever they'd have autograph.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd bring that little scope thing, camera thing, and
yeah.
That guy knows his stuff.
Okay.
The only other place I'd send it to, and I don't know if they slab things. would be JSA.
JSA is the other one that I was thinking about too.
But I don't know if they just authenticate. I don't think they authenticate.
You don't think
the
they
slab?
Well, yeah. So that was the thing, is that I was looking. What I wanted out of all of this is for hopefully all of the cards coming back in slabs, right?
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is an authentic signature on a card. And then move a couple of them to pay for the lot, and then obviously to pay for the ones that I want for my PC. But as I was doing it, man, I was like, man, I don't think this is talked about too much. You know what I mean? About getting like on card autographs and then sending them.
I mean, it's done a lot in baseball. Guys go to spring training, they go to the minor league parks, and you can get the prospects and whatever, and then send them in, and it's done quite a bit. Generally, they don't sell for like the same price.
No, they don't.
If you had I don't know, a first Bowman auto of like some guy that was pack pulled versus the same first Bowman that was not
where he
meant to be autographed. Yeah, the pack pulled auto is going to sell for more.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Which is odd though, right? Because technically you're getting
a sticker auto, right?
It's the same damn autograph.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. And if PSA or BGS authenticates it, then it's real. So what's the damn difference, right?
You would imagine that there's something sexier, right, about my Steph Curry card, even though I think it's like a base Revolution Steph Curry card. You'd imagine that there'd be something a little bit sexier about my card, because that Steph had it in his hand and he had to autograph it, as opposed to a pack pulled Steph Curry autograph, which is probably on a sticker. They probably sent it to him. He probably did that shit on a bus somewhere, and whatever the case may be, right? But I don't know, man. I guess I'll keep everybody updated on the podcast.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think there's anything. Obviously, the only thing that would suck is if they came back not authentic.
If they all came back poo-pooed,
yeah. Then I would be like messaging that dude, being like, "Yo, bro,
yeah,
these things ain't real. I'm blowing up your spot."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and this guy had a lot of stuff, man. I mean, I only bought a small portion of what he had, but he had a ton of stuff. And I guess you're talking about you mentioned that it's pretty prevalent in baseball because of like the spring training aspect, right? Because typically MLB teams like spring train in somewhere other than the city that they play in, right?
Oh, they either go to Florida or Arizona.
Yeah, so for me it's for me it's the Astros. They go to Florida. I think they go to Kissimmee, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway,
no, they go to
where do they go?
Oh God, what's it called? I can't even think of the damn name. Sorry.
Where do the Astros spring train? Palm Beaches.
Yeah, Palm Beach.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Palm Beach.
So, like, I don't know. Haven't gone to all that stuff like for a long time. It's fun, man. If you're a baseball fan, it's great. It beats going to a major league game all the time.
But my point there was that there isn't anything like that for basketball.
No, because like like where I live, years ago when Garnett was playing for the Celtics, they did training camp like at a local college right next to me. Like literally.
You mentioned that before. Yeah. I remember that.
You couldn't get on that campus if you wanted to.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Like it was locked down.
Yeah, it's not that accessibility isn't there like it is for baseball, right?
No.
I mean, even now, right? I mean, even now, our baseball is just
and like
ever been.
I think too, right, with autographs, but again, like so it's a double-edged sword, right? Because the Players Association for any of these leagues are signing deals with the card companies, right?
Very true. Yeah.
So
I see where you're going.
They're signing tons and tons of stuff based off of contracts from their union.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? If they sign a separate deal on their own with like Leaf or something like these unlicensed products, then they're doing a deal on their own, which is probably paying them a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, I mean, you see the pictures. These guys, like Lou sent me a picture of Steph Curry signing something he bought. and the guy had like thousands and thousands of stickers sitting around him to sign.
Yeah, can you imagine that, bro?
Like if I were an athlete, like I understand some of these guys, they're just like doing whatever.
Yeah. Now
But
you get it, right?
that's like, I don't know.
But
And then you
you
look
know
at
what?
a
I
guy
would
like,
blame some of that on the card companies themselves, though, right? I'd blame that like on a Panini or a Topps or something like that, where I'm like, okay, I
yeah, but
understand.
if you're like, they're not. At least from my understanding, if they send a representative to go supervise like Omar signing his cards,
Right.
they're not sending like Michael Rubin. You know what I mean?
No,
So like, and I'm not saying they're sending like the delivery boy either, but like it's usually someone in like probably middle
right.
management or whatever. And is that person really going to sit there and be like, "Hey, Kobe,
Yeah,
sign the card the right
yeah,
way, dude"?
yeah,
You know what I mean? Guys, I'm Kobe. I'm going to go, "Yo, dude,
yeah.
take your
Get out of
cards and
here.
shove them up your ass." You know what I mean?
But that's my point, though. My point is that like in a situation like that, right? If I'm a card manufacturer, obviously I'm trying to maximize my dollars, right? I'm trying to make as much money as I can. So I'm gonna have you autograph as many stickers as you possibly are physically able to autograph. And I'm gonna try to milk as much of it as I can out of you, right? So that
Yep.
I have the opportunity to create as many of these cards as I can, right? But because they're putting them in everything, right? I mean, like they're sticking them in everything. So, but if they were to maybe draw it down a little bit, instead of making them sign 1,000 stickers, maybe only make them sign, 150, 200 stickers, and then be very selective about what products they go out, make them more of a chase, that kind of thing. I don't know. I just feel
Yep.
like it would be a
Hockey
little bit
does
more
that. Hockey does that with their autographs. Like
really.
to pull an auto out of a hockey product
It's insane, huh?
that's not like the cup or some of these other ones that you're paying a little bit more money for. Like the star players like Connor McDavid and some of these other guys, dude, to pull his auto is like one in like 40,000 packs in some of the products.
Really?
So like they do it, I feel like they do it the right way. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um there's
Like,
been a lot of like good Twitter conversations lately around, like what's one piece of advice you'd give to fanatics to improve, the hobby or this or that.
right.
And one of the comments which I thought was interesting was someone I really respect. He was saying decrease the number of parallels
Mm-hmm.
and increase the number of base card production to make those parallels really hard to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and people are kind of like, yeah, increase the base card production. Like it can't get any higher. Um,
Right.
I'm of the thought of, you know, I was watching J Mac and this dude, Josh, the other night on a live, and they were talking like about the amount of product that's released, and it got me thinking. So I went on and
Mhm.
I started counting, and there was like 70 something baseball card sets released last year, or something like that.
Mhm.
73, 74, 76, I don't know, something like that in the 70s.
Total individual products?
Total individual products released,
Wow.
right? So what's that? 6 sets a month? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
roughly. Yeah.
So
That's a hell of a
I
pace, man.
it is. I am of the mindset, cut that down to 3.
3 a month?
30 3 a month,
Yeah,
36
so
sets
cut
for
it
the
in
year.
half, basically,
So you offer a low end product, a mid tier product, and a
and a
high
high
end
end.
product
Yeah, once a
every month.
month, right? Yeah. That's a good hey, I think that's the ticket, man.
You know what I mean? Because then everybody's got their kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
So like, hey, if you're a guy that can only afford a 30 to a $50 box, well, that's coming
Yeah,
out next week. If you
right,
can do the
exactly.
100 to 200, $300 box, that comes out,
Yeah, second week.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then if you're like the $500 or more guy, $1,000 box,
Yeah.
whatever, the Big Bang
The
box,
big
whatever
baller.
it is,
Yeah. Yeah.
that comes out, and then you start back again the next month with
Right.
the lower end product.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And then you would save like your big boxes for like towards the end of the year.
Yeah, end of the year, do something
Holidays.
around the national or the All-Star game. Like I'm just talking baseball, right?
Oh,
There's so
that
many things you
yeah,
could
yeah,
do.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Too.
You could do releases around the start of the season. You could do releases at spring training. You could do releases, and so that was my tweet as far as that goes. But then I've noticed this baseball cards, hockey cards, basketball cards, soccer cards, football cards are starting to show up again all over the joint.
You
Like,
mean like retail?
yeah,
Oh,
like
dude,
everywhere.
my
Not just
my my
Walmart and
Walmart is
Target.
stacked.
Not
Yeah.
I'm not even talking I'm talking the gas station. I'm talking the dollar store.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
talking I went to the Bruins last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. They were selling packs in the garden. Like
Wow.
there's packs everywhere. So
I've known about them showing up in dollar stores because you can
yeah,
go to a Dollar Tree here
yeah,
or a Dollar
yep,
General, and I
yep,
think it's always been that way. You've always been able to pick up
yeah.
cards there.
Yeah, there's
Um,
the dollar store stuff. There's like Meyer, there's
yeah,
Wawa, there's
yeah, the CVS,
Hess,
Walgreens,
but
that
like
kind of thing. Yeah,
they're starting to show up kind of all over the place.
right.
Now, that lends itself to all right, if you know a little bit about production,
Hmm.
they're producing the crap out of this stuff.
Yeah, they're printing like
So,
crazy.
okay, but you go from there. And again, I think it's where like and Panini did this well very early on in 2012 with Prism. You
Mm,
had base, you had silver, you had green, and you had gold.
that's
And
right.
I don't think there was anything else after that.
Nope.
So,
Nope.
and it was really hard to find a gold or a green. You know what I mean? Green was like a
Yeah.
retail exclusive too, I think.
Right. And
Um,
there might have been a black in there.
it could have been. There
Let
could
me
be.
check. Let me check.
I'm not a friggin' card expert,
Let
so
me
I
check.
don't but um it's that to me is like that's what's cool, right? Because the
Yeah.
silvers were rare.
Yeah.
They were actually I don't think they were rare. I think you got like a silver box or something like that.
No, you're right. You're right. There's only three. Prism, or what they called the prism, which what we now
Yep.
call it silver.
Does it
I know.
say pack odds on that?
Let's see here. Let's see here. Nah, it doesn't. Nope.
So like I feel like wherever I looked on that,
Let me see.
I saw it.
Yeah, like
But
the back of a
my
pack.
point being, if you really make chase cards, you can still make profit because of the chase. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. You make more
So
profit
like,
off the hype, right?
I don't I am not a fan of, and I think it's kind of well known. Um, I am not a fan of all of the damn parallels. Like you can't even keep up with it.
Mhm.
It's like you need like a college degree. All right, so here you go. Silvers in 2012 Prism were 2 per hobby box. Greens were 1 in 10 retail packs, and gold you can only pull out of a hobby box, and they're numbered to
Wow.
10.
Yeah.
So, all right, there's 300 cards in the set, two per box. But a lot of boxes to complete the silver set. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
Um,
Can you
so
imagine
like,
having a whole silver set of that? Phew.
yeah, it's crazy. But like, that's my point of like, if you want to water down a little bit the cheaper products, then by all means do it, because again, like, to me, I look at it as that low end product. I want to be able to buy my buy my kid a box.
Right. Have some fun ripping, right?
Yeah, and he gets like some different colors out of there and maybe a
Yeah.
couple cool little inserts.
Yeah.
But like the modern, like ultra modern sports cards, the inserts aren't like they were in the 90s. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right.
Some of them over the years, since Panini's taken over basketball, some of them have been pretty cool. You know what I mean? There's a good 10 to 20, I bet you could pick out that like these are cool and they're probably undervalued as crap and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the average Joe, because of all the parallels now, has, I think it's devalued the insert.
Yeah. So to that point, right? I mean, I my big chase, right? If I got maybe like 2 or 3 big rainbow chases going on,
Yep.
and like this one, right? I mean, I just picked up this Sengun, right? And the problem is that like, okay, I'm maybe about 7 or 8 cards deep into a 12 card rainbow chase,
Yep.
and just as I was showing my pickups right now, I was like, oh, this is another one that I needed. And then I'm like, well, now I'm only down to like the last 4, right?
Yep.
Which, let's face it, if they do pop up, right, I either have to pull it myself, which I'm not going to do because I'm not paying $400 for a hobby
Yep.
box, or somebody pulls it, pops up, and it's going to be ridiculous money. It's just through the roof, right?
Yep.
So I have zero chance of completing these rainbows.
Right. Yep. And to me, the rainbow chase thing, or putting together the rainbow, it's when you have all the different parallels, like if you just focused on Prism, right? Because that's
Right.
like the main set.
That's the main one. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you're gonna buy 40 something cards, you know?
42 for the one I'm chasing. Yeah.
So like I like the way you went about it and kind of went for a like a
vet.
Not necessarily main, like it's a, I think Obsidian's a popular set. I think
It
it's
is.
a really nice set. Because it's isn't Obsidian like a little thicker stock card?
Yes, it is. It's a very thicker stock card. It's a small set. The
Yep.
boxes are small, right? You get one pack, I think, or 2 packs,
Yep.
maybe, if that.
Yep.
And the insert sets are really small. I mean, we're talking about a
Yeah.
rainbow chase from 2021, 2022 that only consists of like
Right,
12
cards.
cards.
Right. And
Yeah.
to me, like 12 parallels, like is still kind of a lot, but all right, it's really that's manageable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's, if it's your guy, then you're gonna do what you got to do to try to get the rainbow.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
exactly.
I think the nostalgia or whatever, or the chase of the rainbow, so to speak,
Mhm.
in some of the other sets, it's stupid because it's a losing proposition unless you hit the one of one right off the bat.
Right.
It's
Forget about it.
impossible.
Yeah.
Or you buy some guy that's like not very popular. His one-on-one hits Prism. You buy it on eBay for $50 or something,
Right.
because it's a one-on-one Prism
Right.
thing, and you're like, all right, now you got something to work with, because you already own the one that's going to be the toughest one.
But
So
even in that sense, like for me, right? I have the one of one.
right,
but I only got one of them. There's 3
Right.
total, right? So
Right.
even though I've done the impossible,
yeah, that's
right?
dumb too.
It's like it's a kick in the nuts, man, is what it is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It's a swift kick in the nuts. It's
Yep.
like, okay, I have the one of one. I'm supposed to have won,
yeah.
right? I'm supposed to have won. This is me. I won.
Yep.
Forget everybody. I'm the winner in this
Yep.
sweepstakes, right?
Yep.
Because I have all the other cards and I got the one of one. No, but Panini says, well, guess what? There's 2 other one of ones out there. Well, screw you, man, because there's not supposed to be.
Right.
Right.
No, it's they've effectively done a nice job of kind of ruining, to a degree, all cards. Like,
Right.
and I don't mean that like in a way that like they've ruined cards, but what I mean is
they've killed the 1 of 1 is what I said in my recent video.
there's got to be like at some point, right? If you were a who's a rookie the last couple years that's been hot, like the last give me somebody out of the last 2 years in the NBA.
You can go with what's
You
the
want me
kid?
to go with Sengun?
No.
No,
Let's
he's
go with the
2021.
no. Let's go with the kid in the Pistons. Cunningham.
Oh,
Kid
all
Cunningham.
right. So Cade Cunningham on it. He's 2022 Prism, right?
Yes.
All right. So you're a big Detroit Pistons fan, and you're gonna go after Cade Prism or Cade Cunningham, dude. Eventually you get frustrated and you get like fatigue
Yeah.
of trying to get everything.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't even know if like you could still player collect or team collect or whatever it is, but if you're a player collector in the modern era,
It's tough.
it's really hard.
Yeah.
And I think almost frustrating to try to acquire your guy.
But you know what's funny? So I completely agree with you on that because I am going through that pain right now. Even somebody lower on the tier of hobby hype, let's say, right? So like
Yep.
my other guy, Kenyon Martin. Love
Yep.
that kid. I think he's a super explosive player, super under the radar.
Yep.
I think he's got a great game. I really like him. He's another one of my guys. Even him, he had I'm doing a rainbow chase on his Prism autograph set out of the Prism autograph set out of Panini draft picks. Okay. That has been absolutely insane to try to do.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants, I mean, like, now, granted, I've been able to pick up some cards and been able to pick them up cheap, but some people are starting to see and starting to pick up on the idea of Kenyon Martin. This kid's been posterizing everybody above 7 foot tall all over the league. And so he's got a little bit of buzz and some people know about him.
Yep.
And so his card prices are starting to creep up. And I'm out of that space now where I can't get his cards for super cheap. And it just happens to coincide when I'm on the tail end of my chase, where now I'm chasing the big ones, right? The gold to 10s, the black gold to 5s, the green choice to 5 to 8s or whatever. Like I'm that's where I'm at now, right? I got all the other stuff. I got, and it's just, it's a kick in the nuts. But on the flip side of that, I'll go to the flip side of that. Elijah, who still is being printed by Panini, right? Every year there's an Elijah that comes out. It's really easy to pick up some of the lower level stuff. And if you decide to go, if he ends up being on a checklist, like an Obsidian or like a Court Kings or something like that, then that becomes kind of interesting and maybe a little more attainable and fun.
Which Court Kings is a very underrated, undervalued set. Me too.
Absolutely love Court Kings.
Yep. Yeah,
I love the tiers that they have, right? Because they have a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 rookie cards, and they're just rarer and rarer as they go up in level.
Yep.
But I totally agree with you. I think Court Kings is probably one of the most slept on sets. Obsidian is another one that I really like. But then I say that, but then I'm like, well, if Fanatics takes over and then Topps gets the license, they can print through Topps NBA stuff. I don't know that I would want them to keep on. I say this every time I get an opportunity. I can't wait for NBA Topps Chrome basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to some Topps Chrome X Fractors coming back.
Dude,
that's my favorite refractor of all time. I love those things,
dude. Those are the best.
But I don't know, man. I've been thinking about this a lot lately as far as how do you try to keep up with all of the damn product?
Yeah.
And basketball is just as bad with the releases. They're all bad. I was looking at with my buddy. We were looking at my buddy Jason that came on that one night.
Yeah.
He sent me a text like about a month ago or so, and he's like, dude, look at all the scheduled hockey releases between now and like August. And I was like, holy crap. Like Upper Deck is playing catch up. So like there's like just a ton of stuff hitting the market in the next couple of months, man, where it's like you can't keep up because it's like
Yeah.
you literally open a box and the next day the next product's out. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like to me, like the play is wait, and if you
Wait
get your
until all the
guy
product comes out.
what's that?
Wait until all the product comes out and then just
Well, yeah, like wait and like kind of what I've been doing. Like I've all right, so like baseball keeps rolling out these new products like Topps Chrome Sonic and Topps Chrome this and Topps Chrome
right.
that, and Bowman's Best just came out. Well, there's now I think some opportunities in the regular Topps Chrome and the regular like Bowman Chrome stuff that's been out for or a
Mhm.
little like that is released first because everybody else is the majority of the market is now focused on the new stuff. So some of this other stuff that's been out for 5, 6 months or whatever, 3 months, I don't know, whatever the hell it is, right? I think you can get it at a little bit of a better price, not like a huge discount, but a little bit of a better price
Mhm.
if you're buying somebody not named Julio Rodriguez. Um, you can do all right, But on the flip side, like I look at stuff sometimes and I'm like, man, there's just so many products. Like which ones do you focus on? Which ones do
Right.
you just like screw that? Um, because
Like
again, I go back to there's no right way to collect cards.
right.
So everybody's got different ways of doing things.
But
And if
do
it
you
works
think
for
that
you,
do you think that some of that so I agree with you. I think that there's like I'll take 2021, 2022 basketball release year, right?
yep,
When they were releasing product. I think they got completely kicked in the nuts by COVID, right?
yep,
And because I work in supply chain, I understand how hard it is to recover from a supply chain standpoint
yep,
on releases like that, right?
yep,
And I knew they were going to be in trouble when they had already released, I think it was 2021, 2022 hoops. They had already released 2021, 2022 Donruss, and I think they were just about to release Optic when they released Prism Draft and Contenders Draft and what's the other one? Chronicles Draft,
yeah,
right? Like, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, that crap is gonna sit because the ebb and flow used to be that those would come out first,
right,
and that was the first chance that you had at
yeah,
grabbing something.
yeah. It's like score football.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
not even score. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so like score football, right? But it was your first opportunity at seeing, like in my case, right? Prism Draft was going to be the first opportunity I had at seeing Shengun's cards, right?
yeah,
But by the time that came out, there was already like 3 other cards where he was in his NBA uniform. Like,
yeah,
and we were talking about our stores being full now. It's full of Prism Draft. 2021,
yeah,
2022 Prism Draft. Chronicles,
yeah,
2021, 22
yeah,
Chronicles. Like, and so they got screwed by that, right? And I think they're still not out of that mess, which is why we're seeing this big push of
yep,
product. Like, just get it
yep,
out, get it out, get it out. Let's unclog this pipeline, this supply
yep,
chain. Let's unclog this pipeline. Just get all this product out there. Who gives a crap if it sells, if it doesn't sell? Just go, 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 go. Let's get it all out of here so that we can start fresh, right?
yep.
And I think that's what we're seeing right now. To your point, I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Well, like, all right, and then on the another piece of that too, right? I think everybody assumes Fanatics is going to ultimately buy Panini, but
You think that's ever
I
going to
sit,
happen?
I sit there on the other side of the fence, and I say, why would I want to buy Panini if I'm Fanatics? What do I gain by giving them a few hundred million? What do I get?
Well, so that's a good point. I mean, we just got finished talking about a couple of different products that you and I really do like that came from Panini, right? So
but I think if you put 25 guys in a room and said, would you rather have Topps Chrome basketball or Panini Prism basketball? 25 are going to take Topps Chrome.
Guys like you and I, yes. But remember, what I think what Fanatics is really going to target is this new generation of collectors. And those new generations of collectors don't remember Topps basketball. They don't remember Topps Stadium Club. They don't remember Upper Deck basketball. They don't remember any of that.
But memory is short term too. And,
agreed. Especially
that's
nowadays.
all you got. You know what I mean? And then I don't see the value for Fanatics to buy Panini. What I do see and what I've heard on some other podcasts and things like that, Fanatics went and bought the printer.
They did.
That prints cards for Panini.
I know exactly where it's at too.
So now they're saying, you got to wait.
Yeah. So there's no infrastructure there.
Right.
Panini doesn't have any infrastructure that Fanatics would want, right? All they have left is IP, right? Because their licenses are gone at the end of 2025, I think it was. So their licenses are going to cease to exist. Topps has that license, or Fanatics.
But the writing's on the wall for Panini. So
absolutely.
So to my point on that was what you were saying was they're just going to print the crap out of stuff.
Yeah.
When they can print, right?
They have no incentive to do anything good for the hobby.
No, nope. And which to me makes collecting basketball cards right now a losing proposition.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, man. And and I've said this before on a bunch of other different videos and a couple of times here on the podcast, that this could not have come at a worse time, because I was really looking forward to collecting this year.
Yeah.
I mean, not this year, 2023, last year, right? 2021, 2022. Yeah. I was really looking forward to collecting. My Rockets right now are in a spot where they are grabbing the creme de la creme of these young guys, because they're so bad and they have all this draft capital, especially now with Brooklyn essentially imploding. You know, all the picks that we got, that when we traded James Harden, everybody was like, oh man, those picks are going to be worthless because James Harden, Kyrie, and KD are going to win 10 championships. And everybody was like, oh, those picks that you guys got and those pick swaps are going to be worthless. Well, we're sitting pretty fat right now. So for the next 3 or 4 years, the Rockets are going to have their pick of the litter when it comes to these young guys. And that is amazing for a collector like me, who's a hometown guy here in Houston. And those are going to be effectively the last years of Panini, where they're essentially going to shit on the hobby and just put out the crappiest thing that they can put out.
Well,
and it sucks.
I don't know if they do that, because
they have no incentive to do anything else.
But at the end of the day, before they make their exit, whatever their exit strategy is going to be, they have an end date. You know what I mean? Like they know in 3 years this is over. So
exactly.
They could either, like, I agree with you. They're certainly not going to put a lot of time, energy, and effort into innovative product and this and that, right?
No.
But that's not going to stop people from running to the store. And buying stuff and then bitching about it on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and whatever else, right?
Hey, I got my hand up because I'm guilty.
Yeah, no, I know. But again, maybe Topps play is to just devalue Panini's basketball, football line so much to get them out of the way that they buy them for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Like their infrastructure or their intellectual property, that they have.
Right.
Because the Panini as a company, Topps already does a lot of that other stuff. Topps already has soccer. Topps already has racing. Topps has golf and this and that and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't, and everybody knows, it's not like Fanatics is creating a new brand.
Right.
They bought Topps.
Right.
Everybody knows Topps. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What would be cool, I think, is if they bought Upper Deck.
Yeah, now we're talking, Bubba.
Because now you get all of the Fleer and the Skybox and this and that license. And then you also get Michael Jordan,
LeBron James, Tiger
LeBron,
Woods,
Gretzky.
That's right.
A couple other guys. But like now you get these guys where, oh, I can get a Michael Jordan card with a Bulls jersey. Watch out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, oh man.
You know,
dude,
that is worth.
Yeah.
You know, that's worth the money, in my opinion.
I would be a huge base Jordan collector right now if Topps was putting that. Oh
like,
man.
I bought one of his Intimidation Nation inserts out of the new Skybox Metal Champions thing there or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it's cool because it's it's whatever, but at the same time, it's like
I have that card actually. I think
this is kind of lame. You know,
you know what? I bought one of those boxes. I was at Target and I bought one of those blaster boxes, one of those Fleer metal blaster boxes.
Yeah.
It just comes with like a bunch of like random stuff. Like there's like influencers on there, which I thought was kind of stupid. I was like, what the hell? Here we go, right here. Good old Gretzky.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But then again, you're like, this is kind of whack, you know?
Yeah, it is. Like, where's the
what else do I got in here? Oh, look, Mac Jones.
Like this one's not too bad because it's like more of a headshot.
Yeah, I have that one. That's the one that I have. Yeah.
But it's not really like it's not like a pretty card.
It's a cool card, but you know that it doesn't mean anything, right? It's like
but it's like the design of it is not, it's just like a rainbow foil card. It's like, ooh, thanks, bro.
See, like this
you
one
know
here,
what
like,
I mean?
like a snowboarder. Like I don't know who this guy is. Like, what is this? You know?
Right.
I sleeved it up because it was the 20, but like, and if you're a golf guy, Bryson DeChambeau.
Yep.
That's kind of dope. I mean, if I guess if you're a DeChambeau guy, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Right, but I mean, like, again, so like that's the stuff where I say, all right, like cool, but you put Mike back in a Bulls jersey, and the hobby will.
We'd go nuts. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. So, all right, brother. Well, we've been on for about an hour. Nice to be back in the seat, talking crap and whatever. So I look forward to getting back to more of these. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So.
For sure. Dang, dude,
always a good time.
An hour. I can't believe an hour just shot past like that. That's insane.
Yep. I still had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about.
So do I.
Let's do this. Let's go for a little bit longer.
Okay, so if we're gonna go for just a little bit longer,
like 10 minutes.
Did you hear about this this guy that got arrested for selling fake Michael Jordan cards?
No.
What? Oh my god.
Wait. Maybe I did.
So this guy, Fleer, 86 Fleer, PSA 10, fake.
Yes.
Everything fake.
Yeah.
The FBI picked this guy up.
Yeah.
He's some elderly guy, like on freaking oxygen. He's about to die. And they picked this guy up and he was selling them like hotcakes.
Really?
In PSA slabs with
I didn't hear this. I heard another guy selling counterfeit stuff.
No. This just happened. Like you know how I found out about it? I found out about it because it showed up on the front page of my Yahoo when I checked my Yahoo email.
Yeah.
This guy, let me see. Hold on. I gotta pull this up because I wanted to ask you about this.
Michael Jordan rookie card.
Yeah, it's 86 Fleer.
Yeah, no, I know.
It just happened. Like here we go. New York Post.
Yeah.
82-year-old. Here, let me bring this up.
Yeah, here it is. I got it right here.
Insane, dude. Like absolutely insane, this guy. 86 Fleer. Look at this guy.
$800,000.
$800,000. Now, if you and I are looking at this card, right? I'm looking at this card and I'm going, that is absolutely a fake. The colors are all wrong. It's just, I mean, but look at the slab that it's in. I mean, this is insane, dude. Like this guy was really. I think they said he faked everything. He faked everything from the slab to the card. One of the victims from Massachusetts forked over $4,500 to Neal for one of the counterfeit Jordan cards in 2019, according to the criminal complaint. Another victim from Michigan shipped 2 authentic Tom Brady football cards in exchange for 2 fake Jordan cards, the complaint alleges. Now, here's the thing. If you paid $4,500, but once again, if you paid $4,500 for a PSA 1086 Fleer Jordan, come on now. $4,500.
Wait, they paid how much?
$4,500. $4,500. And he thought he was getting a real 86 Fleer.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. That's kind of on him. Protection from fraud exists. The fraud extends to all consumers, regardless of what they are the root for. The defendant orchestrated a years-long and far-reaching scheme to defraud sports trading card enthusiasts in the sports memorabilia industry. Our office is committed to addressing counterfeiting on all levels of the market. So this is the FBI. The FBI got involved in this. The 82-year-old man is found his alleged victims through the internet and online selling platforms and defrauded them for more than $800,000 in cash between 2015 and 2019. I guess that's like right before the boom, though, huh? According to the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Eastern Districts of New York, victims also traded authentic sport cards for fake ones, the feds alleged. Neal was arrested Wednesday morning in Denver and hauled in front of the U.S. District Court of Colorado. He was charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud. That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's cray-cray.
In $800,000, this guy scammed people out of over a 4-year period. Yeesh.
Yeah, so you do something like that, and you're at that level of detail. That's not your first rodeo scam.
No, it's not. That's insane. I saw that.
All right, let's close with this.
Like, what?
Let's close with this. Ja Morant.
Ja Morant shooting up the club.
Does he now? My understanding of it all, because I can't handle the NBA anymore. But my understanding from what I read is on his stupid own Instagram, he flashed a gun. I saw the video.
So,
he just flashed a gun.
Right. Well, but it goes a little deeper than that. So here's the problem. I just dropped my video on this today. Okay. And by the way, his cards unaffected. According to Card Hedge. So anyway, it goes a little deeper than that because I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, or a little under a month ago, he was
down 4%.
Yeah, but so is everything else. That was one of my points in the video, is that his cards are following the normal down of the market. Like there's no drop off. Like especially that the Chronicles Young Dolph card, like that one. It's down, but it's not down any more than any other basketball card is down.
No, it's down the same. Like if you look at cards in the last 6 months, they're all between 37 and 40% down. He's 38%.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he's following the same. Like what I'm saying is that this situation hasn't affected his card prices at all, in my opinion.
No, it's not like they're $50.
Yeah, exactly. So the deal with him is that he's been habitually making stupid decisions. So there was a pickup game that he was involved in with a 15-year-old where there was something going on. There was a physical altercation, and apparently Ja brandished a firearm.
Yeah, I heard that. Like
during that
one. Okay, at his house or something.
Yeah, something stupid like that. Yeah. So all right, so stupid move number 1, right?
Yeah,
and then there was the whole thing that happened with Skip and Shannon, with him and Shannon, where they were barking at each other back and forth. And apparently after that game, that there was some guys that he was riding in a car with that were pointing lasers at another car or another bus or something like that, where there's apparently the like red dot lasers coming from pistols and stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay, strike number 2, right? So all of these things are alleged, right? But when he put himself on camera with a pistol in his hand on IG Live, that just took the cake, right? Now, as of today, and this is why I did the video today. As of today, the state of Colorado, or the district court in Colorado or something, they did an investigation, and they basically said, look, okay, he may have done something stupid, but he didn't do anything illegal.
Right.
We can't prove that he was intoxicated with that weapon, which would have been illegal. Also, Colorado is a open carry, so he's not wrong in carrying a pistol. You can carry one openly in the state of Colorado. So all charges have been dropped. Investigation has been done. He did nothing illegal. The problem is now the NBA is doing an investigation trying to determine whether or not he had that pistol on in an NBA facility or on NBA premises, in which he falls under the Gilbert Arenas rules, right? Where he had a pistol and he was, I think,
that's right.
He got like 50, he got like 50 games or something like that. He got they gave him like a 50-game suspension or something like that. And so, so now they're trying to determine whether or not he had it on either on a plane or whether he had it in an arena or something like that. Okay, yeah.
So if he has it in the,
if it comes out to be that he had it either on the plane or in one of the arena or one of the practice facilities, anything that is under the jurisdiction of the NBA, that's where he's going to get into some serious poo-poo, right? And so that's what they're trying to determine right now, is whether or not that was the case.
My thing is this, right? I don't necessarily care that he owns a gun.
No,
right?
No.
NBA superstar, you know what I mean? Like people coming at you, again, whatever.
Right.
For me, the piece that is like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
You're a multi-million-dollar a year, rapper, not rapper,
basketball player.
Higher
security, man.
For security, like Michael Jordan did.
Yeah.
Or Charles Barkley or Shaq or whoever. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand these guys. Like someone's gonna be around telling you, like,
and that's the thing, he has nobody around. Yeah. He has no one around. But by all intents and purposes, I think his, it's the company that he keeps, it's the people that he has around him that are not doing him any favors. I'm from that part of town, that culture. I know what's going on there, right?
Right.
And there's not, you're not always going to have people around that are going to have your best interest at heart, right? And one of the things that I learned very early on in my, career and coming up out of that area was that you can't take everybody with you, right? And you're going to have to learn to deal with the fact that some people are going to, call you a sellout. They're going to call you a bitch. They're going to say that, you think you're better than everybody because, you made a little money, whatever the case may be. You don't, you're just going to have to deal with that, right? It's crabs in a bucket, right?
Yeah.
And, that's kind of unfortunately the situation that he's in. This is a clear.
But everything I've read about him,
he's not
from the hood.
He is not. Exactly. Yeah.
He's Clarence. He went to private school, like 8 Mile. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And so but that's the thing though, right? Is that like, he's just caught up in that mix, man. And I mean, the kid's what, 20, 21, 22?
20. No, he's like 23, 24.
No, I don't think he's that old. Oh, you know what? 2019, 20. Yeah. Okay. Maybe so. Yeah. He's probably 22, 23, something like that.
No, he's about 24, 25 guy.
Let's see. He's 23. He just turned 23.
So I said he's like 23, 24.
Yeah. So 23, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, 23, 24. But either way it goes.
But again, though, man, this is what I go back to. The piece that I read, he's got a great family,
great family,
father, mother, the whole nine, like really good influences on him, this, that, and the other thing. That and then on top of that, like, what are you doing? Like,
he's running with the wrong people. That's all it comes down to. Yeah. He's running with the wrong people, and he's getting the affirmation that he's been looking for from the wrong people. That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully,
I don't know, man. Like you said, man. Like, I certainly didn't grow up in the hood, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't grow up with a golden spoon or anything like that either.
Right.
But what I do know is you can pretty much go to the hood in your state if you'd like to.
Yeah.
And drive around and say, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not a place really like you really want to glorify or whatever.
No.
And I'm not crapping on those people or anything like that. But what I'm saying is like, that's not mamby-pamby shit that's going on in those streets. Like,
No, it's not.
that's
That
life
is
or death.
that's
You know what I
that
mean?
is serious business.
So,
Yeah.
like, you're not life or death, bro. You're making 30 million just off your basketball contract.
Right.
Never mind your Nike and whatever else you got.
Yeah.
You're living
Powerade.
in a gated community,
Yeah.
you know, with all the amenities in life. You and I are making peanut butter and jellies, like, you know, whatever. And again, not comparing anything to anything, but there are people out there that are struggling and have to live, you know,
Check to check.
life in a certain way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I would be willing to bet if you gave them the option of, listen, bro, I'm going to give you $30 million and change your life.
Yeah.
But you got to leave this all behind.
Yeah. You got
some people could do it.
Yeah. And some people
And
cannot.
some can't. Some people are married to the streets, man.
Yeah.
They like, you
No,
know,
it really
like
is.
that's your lifestyle.
They really are. Yeah. I was
but-
telling you the other day about the SWAT team.
Yeah,
and all
SWAT
that
team. Yeah. Yeah.
And I live in a really nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it just, you know, like, what do they say, man? You can and look, there's different variations of this, right? But it all basically says the same thing. What they say, you could take the kid out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the kid.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You can take the girl out of the trailer park, can't take the trailer park out of the girl. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's the life you live, man. It's the choices
No,
you
I
decide to
hear
make.
you. I just don't. I always question that stuff where it's like some of these guys, I get it, man. They're growing up in rough areas of town, and like their first, you know, football or whatever, basketball,
Right.
baseball, hockey, tennis, golf, whatever,
Right.
is their meal ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then when you go back to your roots.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you watch Carlito's Way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know, what is that the one scene where Al Pacino is like, "What do you want me to do? He got me out of jail. I owe him.
Yeah. I owe him.
I gotta do this one last thing for him. And if I do this, then we're even, right?"
Yeah.
And the girl was like, "You're never gonna be even. It's always gonna be something else."
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't. That's like a real situation that people get tied up in. It's like, well, I know I'm a millionaire now, but he saved me, right? He's the one that walked me down the street so that I could walk to school every day without getting beat up. What am I supposed to just leave that guy behind? I know he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But what am I gonna do?
Save my life.
Yeah, he saved my life. You know.
Yep.
So anyway. That's a good one, man. Yeah, definitely. It's a tough situation, but hopefully he gets sorted out. Hopefully he learns. Hopefully he gets a new set of people around him and goes back to just being the amazing basketball player that he is. That's the other thing too, man. This kid is a star.
Yeah, he's a great player. That's the thing. Like, I actually like his game. Like
so
lot.
do I. Big fan. Big fan. Reminds me a lot of like Allen Iverson mixed with Jason Williams. Mixed with some high fly Penny Hardaway. The kid's a beast, man. Anyway, good stuff, brother. Good stuff, man. We appreciate everybody watching. Thank you guys so much. We're back. I know it took us a little bit, but we got a lot of good stuff lined up. We got some guests lined up that we'll try to, make sure that we space out. And guys, listen, the Card Hedge app, please download it. I've been talking a lot about it in my videos, but it's really a dope app to have. Android and iOS available for both. All the links are in the description. JD, always a blast, brother. We'll talk next week. Love you guys. Peace.